Hello, welcome to COMM PRESS today. We're sitting here with John and Matt.
Hello.
Yo!
We just kind of wanted to go over the, what STEAM is and kind of explain it to all the new users that we hope to be getting.
Yeah, a little visual 101 tutorial.
Yeah, so we've got this video going of the screen right now, and we're going to walk you through it. But first we wanted to talk about what is STEAM.
So what is STEAM, Forrest?
So to new users out there, it's a blockchain incentivized social media platform.
There's a lot of buzzwords there, Forrest. What
Yeah.
do they mean?
Okay. Well, what that means is that it's basically a social media platform that functions like Reddit, and it's got a blockchain that has a built-in cryptocurrency.
So you get paid in this cryptocurrency to use the platform.
Right.
That's a revelation.
Yes, it is.
So why do people want this cryptocurrency?
They want it for reputation. They can gain a bigger stake in the platform by getting more of this currency.
And that reputation then allows you to upvote things, right?
Yeah. So from there, you can use your reputation to have a vote that's worth more. So when you go and vote for stuff, it counts more than, say, a new user that doesn't have any Steam power.
So you could almost use it as advertising dollars. If you were an advertiser, you could buy up a bunch of this reputation and then spend it on upvoting your ads, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Theoretically, yeah.
You could do that. Yep.
Cool.
Don't do that.
Well, I think that's what could maintain the value of the Steam dollars in the long term, right? And at the very least, it's going back to the users of the platform and not to other people.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. So it's a cool way to. The reason that I'm excited about it is because I think that blockchain technology's been waiting for something like this to come along that can introduce blockchain technology to the average person that only understands social media.
Why is it important that it's on a blockchain? What does that do for you?
Well, that gets people familiarized with blockchains. Obviously, we have blockchains that run Bitcoin and Ethereum.
So the question I'm asking is more, why would you want to build a social media platform on a blockchain instead of just a traditional, what Facebook does or what Google Plus does, or just on a traditional server?
I would say, one, to show people what blockchains are capable of, which is keeping track of numbers, basically, but, in this case, it's money. And it's also a way for people to have incentive to make good content.
And there's no one company that can shut down the content they don't like or get rid of it. The users get to decide the big decisions about the platform, right? Which is, if you followed what Facebook did with kind of experimenting on its users and making them sad and probably making people commit suicide, and and what's been going on with Reddit and the crazy sort of censorship they got going on there, there's definitely a need for a social media platform that can't be controlled by any one person or any one company.
Right, you don't want censorship. That's what it comes down to. It's very valuable to freedom of speech, and not only that, but Facebook and Twitter, they're owned by a lot. Parts of them are owned by J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs, and it's like the rich people own all the information.
Now that information that's available to anybody who wants to look that up.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, there's actually they actually talk about it quite a bit in the STEAM 101 book that just came out
I'm
today.
glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
I think in this whole tutorial, when we get to recommended reads, that's the number one thing that
Absolutely.
Just dropped today. STEAM 101, 85 pages maybe, I think.
I don't know.
It's a quick read. You
can
do it in one sitting.
Yeah, online. If you're listening right now, which you're not, you can get it for free. But other than
that ends in a few hours.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a really quick tutorial that just breaks it all down with really on-point passages and something that you could feel comfortable giving to anybody, regardless of their amount of knowledge that they have.
All right, so let's go over. There's actually 3 currencies that Steam has, right? And I've just introduced to Steam the past few days, so I'd be interested in these 3 different types of currency that Steam has: the Steam dollars, the Steam power, and the Steam, and how those relate in the platform.
Okay, well, you have your Steam power. That's that is your reputation. That controls how much basically controls how much your votes are worth. So say you have a lot of Steam power and you go to vote on something, as opposed to Matt, who's going to sign up in a second, just having his $3 that he gets for signing up, then John's vote's going to be worth a lot if he's holding a lot of Steam power.
Which I soon will be.
And a lot of money is what I mean by a lot. So you have Steam power, you have Steam dollars. That's pegged to the U.S. dollar, I believe.
We're researching.
We're kind of trying to figure out how that works.
That's what you get paid in, correct? Because you make money on this platform and you actually get paid in Steam dollars?
In Steam dollars,
Got
yes.
it.
And so, well, you actually get paid 50% in Steam dollars and 50% in Steam power.
Got it.
And you have Steam, and Steam is just the currency that is traded on exchanges, I believe.
Okay.
There's no real incentive to holding that.
Right. So you have the Steam dollars, and then those get converted when you get them into Steam, which you can then sell for actual USD, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
And so the Steam power you can also cash out, but I believe how it works is you have to do that over a period of 2 years, and they take out a small percentage of it each week, and so
this is like vesting, like if you have ever vested in 401k or in a startup. This is how they make sure people are not just in it for the quick buck, but are in it to stick around for the long term.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
cool.
it's a good
So
thing.
should we go through and actually sign up?
You'll get to see these 3 types of payments when we guide you through and show you your wallet. But in the meantime, we'll just take you through the easy steps on how to sign up.
So I'm just scrolling through. This is Steam.io. This is basically just the landing page for Steemit. It's so when you want to go to steemit.com is right here, and it pops up. It's like a front page similar to Reddit. It's got all the top stories.
But the difference with Reddit is there's actually a monetary value in the bottom left there, right?
Yeah. And Reddit doesn't have that.
And that is how much that individual content creator has made from getting upvoted.
Yep.
Cool.
And that changes because the payouts are structured quarterly.
But those are Steam dollars, right? So theoretically, when you get paid out, it should pay out exactly to that.
Yeah, but I believe this is the price that if it got paid out today.
Oh,
with
okay.
that amount of votes out there.
Okay, so so this is
be.
why I gave up Christianity right now. It's paid $1,074, but if other people get highly upvoted posts, those might steal some of the money. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, got it.
And I don't believe
peanuts.
Got it.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're just gonna go through and
you signed in? Did it sign you in?
create it. Oh yes, I'm signed in because
Alright.
it automatically signs me in.
Got it.
And all right, why I gave up Christianity? That's not what we're looking at, but.
Oh, that's actually a post. I thought. I thought Matt was just like proclaiming that.
I can go here real quick, and I'll just show you.
All right, let's go over the wallet.
So this is the wallet right here. You have here's your Steam, which I'm holding no Steam. I'm holding 80 Steam power and 0 Steam dollars, but that's worth $28.17 right now. So I could technically cash that out, but it's going to take me 2 years, and it's just going to be a little bit each week.
And the Steam dollars, you said you can't cash those out either until the end of the quarter, right?
You can cash those out at any time. Those get distributed at the end of the quarter.
Oh, so you don't get those.
I don't actually have those yet.
Got it. Okay.
I will have those on July 4th.
Now, if I was looking at one of your blog posts,
the
value that has been generated for upvotes is much higher than the $28.
Absolutely.
It would show.
Yeah, so here's that. So Here's our last podcast. It's at $717.
That's
Not
right.
bad for an hour and a half work.
Yeah.
Pre and post production.
So thank you to all the people that are voting on that.
Muchas gracias.
That's how we are going to get paid for this podcast, and then we'll be able to keep bringing it to you.
All right, so I'm a new user. I'm just showing up to the landing page here. How do I go about signing up? And then I want to create my first post. How do I do that? Let's
See.
let's
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go create account.
All right. So if I was to go and actually, I'm a new user. I want to log in and create a post. Let's go through the process of how I do that.
Let's do it. So we're gonna go create account with Reddit.
And there's only 2 ways to do it, right? Facebook or Reddit.
Facebook or Reddit.
Soon you'll be able to do it with a phone number.
I wonder how that will work with the Google Voice.
I don't know, John. You might have to get a
I
phone.
think to get a Google Voice, you need a
I think I'm
phone.
grandfathered in. I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Pathway. There you are.
All
Now
right.
this password, good luck. It's a 16-digit password, if I'm not mistaken.
And there's no way to recover it, correct?
Correct.
Yeah,
So
so-
write this down.
So- 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 should do it. And you guys now know all my passwords for every social media I use.
It's got to be. Yeah.
I don't think there's any special characters like numbers or uppercase.
Confirmation doesn't match. Uh-oh. I'm not good at typing numbers, apparently.
You're going extra.
4 minutes of the cast was spent on trying to
Here we go.
parallel the passwords.
Is that enough?
Take my password.
16.
This was for me the longest portion of signing up. Was
Absolutely.
not only thinking of a password that I had never thought of because it was 16 characters, but getting it to be put in the same way twice.
You could just go 1 through 9 and then 9 through 1.
Alright, I just did that and then that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So after inputting the 16-digit password, which just took us an inordinate amount of time, we come to a blog. What is this blog, Forrest?
So this blog is your blog, and it is absolutely blank because you have not posted anything yet.
But how would I go about posting something to it?
So what you're gonna do is go up here to the right top corner, and you're gonna want to hit submit story.
Steam makes it easy. They want you to see where it is. To the top right, it's glaring at you.
So we're gonna go like this: Matt's first post.
Pretty user-friendly, typical interface here. You've got a title line and then your body. We'll show you a little bit more about what it means, but this format uses the MARKDOWN to embed different information like pictures or video or links.
Mm-hmm. So if I post this, could I actually lose money if people start downvoting it, or it can only make money and go to 0? A post can only earn 0. You can't lose any money with it.
It really doesn't make sense for anybody to downvote anything in this system unless it's something that it can actually hurt the person downvoting if other people like it.
Right.
But in the
it
event
can
that
also-
somebody does downvote,
I can only go to 0, right? It's not going to take any money from me.
No, you're not going to
Okay.
owe
But-
money.
and right now you have 3. I don't know if we mentioned that. For signing up, Steam
Pays you
gives-
$3,
Yeah,
right?
right
Yeah.
away.
I believe it's $3.50.
Mhm.
So, all right. So then you could put tags. We're gonna go ahead and put. How about introduce yourself?
Cool. We got 2 different introduce yourself tags.
Which one do you like?
I like
one
the
that's
second
spelled
one.
right. Oh, it's because you have those have
Uppercase,
to be all
lowercase.
lowercase as well.
Okay, so it's posting right now. And wait, what is that vote checkbox in the bottom, right?
Okay, so that's if you think that you're gonna post something that's gonna be very valuable and you want to be the first to vote on your own post
Uh-huh.
because there's value in being the first to vote on popular posts. You can click that and that
Yeah.
will.
So what if I wanted to vote right now on
First.
some of these posts? What would I go about and how would I do that?
So you got your upvote and your downvote right here.
Uh-huh.
Your green and your red.
So can I go ahead and vote on Hi, I'm Matt?
Well, let's.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, what if you don't like this post? You know, I mean,
Well, I would vote against it then.
well, we could take, maybe this is a good opportunity to show the search option.
All right.
And I know that there's a post by Willie out there that would be worth upvoting.
Yeah, I heard there was this cool podcast called COMMPRESS.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You heard that, huh? Word's getting out.
I heard that, too.
So here we're searching. It looks like a Google search bar. It's powered by Google Search. And the name of the user on Steam is, you know, just it's got the @ sign at the beginning, and it's going to give you everything that this person has posted, and I think maybe even voted on.
Yeah, so I can go. You can click. You just clicked on the name, and that brought you to the actual post, right?
Yep.
And then you can upvote the post.
So we go here, and we're going to go upvote right there, and it's going to ask you to sign to verify that. See if you can remember that password.
Now, if you're following anything Steam and Slack, there has been a couple of technical difficulties that have arisen, and this is one of them. For me, just the other day when I needed to authenticate and upvote, I had some difficulty and some troubles, but I think they're getting all of those kinks worked out.
I did too, and yeah, I've heard a lot of talk about that on the
So down here, there's actually comments, and people can make money for their comments as well, correct?
Yep.
Cool.
And you can get, so, you know.
Now, do you get money for voting? Is there a way to earn
yes,
money
you
for
do
voting?
get money for voting.
Okay. But only if you're voting with the crowd, correctly? If you vote down where everybody else votes up, that would not help you.
Right.
You'd actually lose reputation.
Yeah, you want to vote with the crowd, and there's also incentive to be the first voter on that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what when we were making the post, that's what that little vote check box was.
I wonder how much incentive. That's just for me. It's just a very comical idea. You know, I just remember just first being like a really big thing, and now it actually has value.
Yeah, I think it always has value. If you're someone who can determine people's tastes before they themselves know it, that's a powerful thing, right?
Yeah. Okay, I like that. Well put.
And what that does is that when you gain more reputation, now those things are going to show up sooner. So it finds the best content sooner, which is an interesting model.
Absolutely. So,
okay, so is there anything we haven't gone over? We've gone over searching, posting. We haven't really gone over Markdown. We've gone over voting, vesting, the wallet. I think we're almost done. We can just quickly go over Markdown and how to set up your post if you're making a new post, and then I think we're good to go.
Now, as we're finding our way into Markdown, one thing I want to mention is that after you've signed up, you're kind of locked into your name. I haven't done much chunking around trying to figure out my profile, whether I can change my picture or not. But you're kind of locked in once you select a name, unless you start a whole other Facebook or Reddit account. That's your name. So just be aware that when you're signing up, your name it's crystallized.
It's a good time to think about if you would like to be anonymous or have your name out there.
Yeah.
So here we are on the Markdown
so,
tutorial instructions.
So Matt, you want to talk about Markdown?
Yeah.
I'd imagine you've used it the most.
I've used Markdown a bit. Markdown is just the way that, if you were writing an email and you wanted to format it, but you didn't have any bolding or italics or anything, this is how it tries to be like, take that formatting and turn it into real formatting.
Yeah.
So there's a few easy things you need to know. Everything else is like, there's a lot to mark down, but there's a few easy things you need to know. The first one is if you want to create a heading, that's the #, which is shift and then the number 3. And so just one # will be a really big heading. And then the more # you add, that will make smaller and smaller headings. So those would be subheadings.
So see, if you want to
underneath
show
the original
somebody right here, it'll pop up down here and
show
you what it
so
looks
let's
like.
do it. So this would be a title, and then why is that not actually doing it? This would be a
There has to be a space
subtitle
between the
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. So yeah, that's the one thing you gotta watch out for is the spaces in Markdown. You gotta make sure that you have the white spaces in the correct space.
There's a couple of hair pullers that happen with Markdown, but just stick to it because it's actually very user friendly.
Yeah.
And once you get the hang of it, it's.
Yeah. So the next thing you want to know is how to make lists. Numbers are just how you expect them, but you gotta make sure you got that space after the dot, and you can even do the same number if you're lazy, and Markdown will. Do that for you, or
Tips
you can
and tricks from
or
the
you can
guru
do the
Matt.
next, or you can do the next number and it will do that as well. If you want to do a list that is just a bullet list without numbers, that's just the star, which is shift then 8. And again, you got to do that space.
And the star, what it does is it creates just a bullet, like a circle.
Yeah,
there, right?
so you can see that down right there. And if you want to do like a sub bullet, you can just do 2 stars, and then that will be a bullet underneath the original bullet like that.
Now,
Cool.
So another thing is maybe you want to show how to do links.
Yeah,
links and
Yeah,
images are really crucial,
Yeah,
especially I
totally.
think for creating a successful post. Like having an image that captures what the essence of your post is, can really pull people in and draw them.
So if you want to do a link, you're going to put whatever the text of the link is first. So we could put STEEM it. And then you're going to add parentheses after that with the actual website.
No, but before the website parentheses, you had put the name of the link in brackets.
In brackets, yeah. Brackets for the first part, which is next to the P. And then parentheses for the second part, which is the 9 and the 0 on top of the keyboard. Shift 9, Shift 0. And you see there, that's a link to the Steam It website.
Yep.
Without the .com, because I forgot that. So...
It might not. It's not a functioning link.
It's not a functioning link. Yeah, so... And then the only other things is like italicizing and bolding. So if you want to italicize, I think that's just a star, your text, and then another star. And you see that's in italics. And then I forget how to bold. How do you bold? Forrest?
It's just 2 of those, so you're
Oh, bolding will be 2. And then if you want to underline, that's going to be just... Actually, there is no underline to Markdown. Yeah, there is no underline to Markdown.
Okay.
And anytime you have questions, just go to the Markdown site.
Yeah.
Well, it'll just
John
delineate all
Gruber.
this.
John Gruber has daringfireball.net has it, and you might be also able to click that link right there.
Yeah, if you click this link, it comes up with this right here.
So
Got it.
This is what.
While we got Guru Matt here with Markdown, I'm hoping maybe you can just walk through posting an image, because I've had trouble in the past. One image won't work while another image will if I'm copying and pasting, say, out of like a Google image search, and I want to use that one.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, so you never want to go directly from the Google image. If you do that, sometimes Google has stuff that will not let you do it.
Yeah.
So you always want to click through to the image, get the link, and
so
then
like visit the site, find the actual image, and then copy that image URL to your clip.
Yeah, let's go down here to images. And it's the same way you actually do... It's pretty much the same way you do a link, except you add the exclamation point at the beginning.
The exclamation point.
Yeah, so...
Interesting, okay. But exclamation point and then the brackets.
Exclamation point and the brackets, and we didn't actually go and look up an image, but let's actually go through that process.
Yeah,
so you could go on Google Images, which is images.google.com or something like that.
Something like that.
Or you can always just go to Google, do a search, and then press image after you make your search.
So we are searching for STEAM logo, which we searched for earlier. And then again, I'm not going from here. If I go from here, then Google might not like that very much. So I'm going through.
What Google doesn't like does not pass.
It does not pass. I'm gonna copy the top image from here, and then paste it back into this right here, and
inside the parentheses.
Yeah, inside the parentheses, and you
there
see it shows up here. And if you hover over that image, it should show your text that you put inside that text area.
Now, and you can.
Another thing that I wanted to say about posting images is if you're familiar with Reddit, a lot of times people will use Imager to
host
you basically it hosts your images. So you basically go to Imager and you upload a file. Well, for some reason Imager doesn't really work on Steam It yet, so I've been using this one right here called ImageSafe. It's imgsafe.org, and pretty much works exactly the same.
If you want to be totally decentralized, then there's a website called ipfs.pics.
That's
which
IPF, as in Fremont.
ipfs.pics. And when you host this actually allows, this goes up into the cloud and can actually allow anybody to host your file. So it's not hosted by a single server, it's hosted by many people. And there's no DMCA way to DMCA and get it taken down or things like this.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah,
cool. So I think that covers most of it. Can you guys think of anything else that we wanted to bring up?
I think that was good.
Let's go back to here. Not there. Not there. Not there.
Aw, snap.
Alright, we're just going to
go back to
Aw
Snap.
Steam. Aw, snap. Okay, so just, we didn't really say this, but it's kind of obvious. These are the different categories over here that you could search, and those are what people are typing in as tags.
Now, not all of those tags are going to be listed to the right here, though.
Those are just the top ones, right? The ones that have been used these amount of times.
You're blog posting, you're posting a blog, and you want to hash a new way of referencing your blog. It might not be listed over there, and just don't panic because it's still there.
And I think that we're going to see people organizing in really interesting ways. I've seen people tag with like epistemic confidence, like oh, I'm like really confident in this, so I'm just mulling this over. So I think the tags are going to be used in interesting ways, and I'm interested to see how that evolves because this is something that Reddit doesn't have.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. There was an excitement for me for using new and inventive ways for tagging, and I feel very, I feel positive about it.
Another thing that just got added, I believe, within the last just couple of days is say you we didn't have a follow feature.
You can follow people
so now you can follow, I believe. Not my real name. So we just searched for my name, and it's the top one. So it pops up over here. Now you can go mute, which I believe hides everything that I post from you, or follow. So
and when I follow you, what does that do?
When you follow me, I believe that just brings my posts up in your feed.
So even if you don't have a top post, even if your post would be down below originally, it's still going to show up on top for me.
Yep.
Got it. Cool.
I think we've covered most of the stuff. If anybody has any questions that we didn't answer for new beginners, we can answer those for you in the forums. So
one thing
post
that before we just get out of here, I want to mention is that when it comes to Steam, just don't be intimidated about your content because it's a community-based platform where we're trying to create as much conversation on as many different topics as possible. So if you're into gardening or you know how to save money going shopping, those are posts that will have value.
Yeah, so there's a subreddit called R Counting where people just try and count up. And so the first person posts 1, the next person posts 2. So if you can count, you can add value.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, try new things. I think we're going to see some interesting stuff happen on the platform. There's probably some low-hanging fruit that just hasn't been done yet. So yeah, try new things.
Another thing is you can always check out what people are posting about and see what those topics are that are making money. Obviously, there's a lot of blockchain-related posts that are popping up right now and doing well because this is a blockchain crowd. But that's going to change as we get more users, and everything from funny memes to your music or your art will have value. So don't be worried. Sometimes you'll pour your heart out on Steam and it won't see the kind of response that you were hoping for, but that just means that the readers aren't there yet. So.
That always happens. Like I had a professional blog for 4 years, and stuff that you thought was gonna hit wouldn't hit. Stuff that you thought you'd like put no time into, you're like, this is just like a filler post would suddenly do really well, and you never know what people are gonna react to. But the only way that you start developing that sense is to post content up.
So I had an experience like that last week. I posted something about the podcast and what we wanted to do, and we woke up the next morning. And it was worth $3,300.
Right. It's now down to 17.
Yeah, and so we put Then we put the podcast up the other day, and I went to bed and woke up, and it was worth $1.07. So
we also posted that cast.
Sometimes talking about work is worth more than actually.
Yeah, there's a lot to say about it. We posted that cast as COMM PRESS, and then when we reposted under your account, it was for whatever reason, maybe because you have a little bit more clout in the STEAM community already, having already posted a lot, whereas COMM PRESS was new, it didn't show up. But there was also some turbulence within the system at that time. And
So, all right.
I think we're good.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.
Stay tuned.
Ask questions.
Here we go.
We're not getting pizza now. Yeah, we can edit this all out. This will just be a real quick typing.